Hello, survivors. Welcome to Poetry for Today. Have you ever met someone who saw straight through you? Not in a cruel way, but in a way that made you uncomfortable because they said the truth you weren't ready to hear? When I was in college, I met a girl like that. She sat alone in our political science class. Most people avoided her. Some didn't like her, and at the time, I didn't fully understand why. But something about her felt familiar to me, so I tried to befriend her. One afternoon, after class, we sat inside her dorm room, studying for exams. We talked about life, family, psychology, and then she did something no one had ever done to me before. She told me the truth about myself. Not gently, not cruelly either, just directly. And at the time, I did not appreciate it. In fact, I thought she was arrogant, blunt, maybe even a little mean. So I walked out the door and never spoke to her again. Fast forward many years later, I recently realized something surprising about myself. I realized that I, too, am what some people call a Heyoka Empath, someone who naturally mirrors truth back to others, even when it makes people uncomfortable. And suddenly, that moment in college made sense to me because truth tellers are rarely popular in the moment. So today's poem is entitled Amber, the Truth Teller. Today's story is about the first Heyoka empath I ever met, and the lesson I didn't appreciate until years later. You sat alone in poli-sci while others passed you by. I knew that space, I knew that look, so I said hi because I try. We studied where the dorm lights hummed, shared stories, roots, and scars. You read my patterns like a map and named my cracks, my bars. You spoke it straight, not dressed or sweet, kind but steady and clear. And truth, when I was half asleep, felt sharp instead of dear. I thought you rude. I shut the door. I wore my heart like proof. I called your mirror arrogance and mistook help for uncouth. I didn't thank you, couldn't yet. I was still living lies. But years have done what time does best. They opened up my eyes. You weren't unkind. You weren't cruel. You were a truth teller passing through. A Heyoka, shaking what I clung to, so I could finally grow into me. And for that, I thank you. Survivors, I see you listening, but don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Much love.